Hit it.
Hey guys, welcome to Get Real.
Hi, I'm Jennifer.
I'm Vanessa. So we're just basically doing a little show today just to do kind of a little recap of what we were talking about.
Yeah.
We did a new thing last week, podcast.
Awesome.
It was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I really do.
I
So
do
we're going to
too.
do more just like live podcasts. We'll still be doing live broadcasting. We just, like we said, like new things and just trying different media, I guess, right?
Right. Different avenues of getting us out there and spreading the Get Real message.
Right. I feel like every time I rehear the video, I always say right.
I think I do too. Right?
So try to like give us a new word.
Yeah, totally. So we posted the other day also, just a little quick post on Facebook and Twitter, but I don't think we said it on Twitter, but if you have any comments, anything, like any kind of feedback, please like comment us on our YouTube, on our Twitter, on our Facebook, whatever. Just, comment. It's cool. We can handle it.
Right.
We got this.
And the whole thing is, it's nice because we're, giving feedback back and forth and stuff.
Right.
So anyways, the recap is, we started fasting. There was just newness, 2013. We talked about Christmas, New Year, and so we're like in that fasting stage. Whether you believe in God or not, for us it is a spiritual thing, but also fasting is good for the body.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's good for the mind as well, just to reflect on some things, to stay away from things. So for me, I've been fasting social media. And honestly,
how's that going for you?
It's going good. She opened up our Facebook page. I'm like, don't show me that. No, and I guess I'm trying to say, like, it's not that I had a problem, but I feel like I really enjoy the whole technology, social media stuff. So I wanted to just take time to do other things. And honestly, I've been thinking about other things and writing more, reading a little bit more instead of on our phones. Because like we talked about last time, we noticed everywhere you go, and I'm sure y'all noticed too, everywhere you go, there's a table of five, and all of them are on their phones, or kids are playing games on laptops, on tablets, on all kinds of things. So, and I'm not saying that's bad, but I mean, you're going to eat as a family together. I mean, shouldn't you be communicating
and
verbally?
Honestly, that can't be healthy.
Right.
I don't think, because I mean, our whole lives are about relationships.
Right.
I mean, everywhere from the time we're born, our parents and us, right? Well, there's not that, when there's no communication, normal communication. It's normal now, I know, but I feel like that can't be healthy, because you don't build relationship, and that's important. So.
Or I feel like what you're saying is, what is more important is what's on your phone or on your tablet or whatever you're in front of, than the people that are right in front of you. So, anyway, so that was my thing. I've been fasting that. I haven't been on social media. I've had Jen just kind of doing some of the stuff. And I'm starting juicing. I will go full-fledged starting on Monday. So if you guys want to follow me, I will be posting on YouTube every day, at least once a day, the juice that I made for the day.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so I'll make it. I'll show you all the vegetables and stuff that I make, and then I'll make it, and then, So if you guys want to hit me up, I will see you guys on Monday again.
And I'll probably be watching. And
she better be watching.
Okay, I will. I just don't know if I'll do it. I need a juicer, so that's one thing.
Well, you have that smoothie thing.
Yeah, that broke like after the first 2 weeks.
Oh, really? I think it was called like that Ninja one.
It was something like that.
Something like that.
DNC.
Yeah.
Anyway, but a blender's just as good. I had
Yeah.
a smoothie this morning.
Yeah, exactly. No, whatever you have. I mean, if you don't have a juicer, like I just told my neighbor, because she was just talking to me about it, she's like, oh, I want to buy one, but I don't know. They're kind of costly. I'm like, then just cut up vegetables and put them in Ziploc baggies, put them in your fridge, and just eat them. I mean,
oh, yeah.
You know, it doesn't really matter. So, anyways.
Yeah, I love to cook vegetables, so
yeah,
there you have it.
Okay, so there's that. That's kind of that recap into like some of the new. And then she's been fasting.
Yes. Oh, and then another side note. So for people that are not doing, that think about fasting or, and maybe not for spiritual, in the spiritual sense, it's also good to just kind of to help with self-control kind of thing.
Right.
I mean, she's fasting, social media. Some people fast food and, or sweets or certain things. And it's good, especially to things that you are maybe having issues with, or like, oh, I can't, deny chocolate or something like that.
Right.
That would be a good thing to fast, because if you can, it's like mind over matter, right? If you can conquer these things, then you can pretty much do anything.
Exactly.
So that's, kind of a good head start into doing that. Especially, the beginning of the year. Why not? Let's do this. If you know that you can do these certain things, fast these certain things that you love or that you really feel like you can't live without, like social media.
Well, it's like, it's just a cleansing to me. Like,
definitely.
Even social media, I mean, for some of you who probably never even fast food-wise, I mean, do you know how much junk is in your body? And I don't want to, go off a bunny trail, because then we'll end up in that topic. But I'm just saying, there's we eat so much processed food all the time, that if you just cleanse your body, juicing or staying away from a lot of processed food for even just 7 days or something, you'll feel better, and a lot of everything will work better, So yeah, that's just why.
Then you'll be glowing, and
yeah,
So next week we're gonna look even more fabulous.
Yeah, that's
just
right.
saying.
I'll be juicing.
Okay, anything else you wanted to bring up?
No.
No? Okay.
Besides the whole, so I'm back in school, and I'm taking an advertising class, which I love, and it was the first week of school, so I'm like, I love this. I think I want to do advertising.
I heard about it, yeah.
And remember, I was saying I'm studying marketing, but after this class, I was like, wow, this is amazing. But I was telling her, so on to the whole how you feel and everything. So they showed us a couple commercials. We do a lot of social media and advertising, and I'm like, great, of course I'm fasting. Of course we utilize social media. She's like, I encourage you. She's like, I encourage you to use Facebook, because if you do Facebook, she's like, and you like our page, she said, you will get 10 extra points on your test. And I'm like, when's the first test? Because I can't use social media for the rest of the month of January, But anyway, so that's something else. So the video was from Dove, the soap, the body commercial, the soap.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, it's so good. We're going to post it on our link. We'll post it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Can you do that? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with Instagram yet.
No, I think there's only a little so many second video for it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, well, it's called Dove. It's called Sketches by Real Women. And so basically, in a nutshell, they hire a sketch artist who works for the police department. They bring women. He's never seen them. He can't see them. They're covered by a curtain. And he says, basically, describe yourself, and he sketches them out. So they describe themselves, blah, blah, blah. Then they the girls meet other women just like them, and just really brief. So they go to the back, and they end up saying, hey, the girl that you just met, describe her to me. So basically, they have 2 pictures. By the time he is done sketching, he has 2 pictures of what you look like. So the whole thing for me, I got emotional in advertising class. I was like, oh my God. I was like, keep it together, keep it together. But it really touched me major, because So the way the women described themselves to him was so harsh. I mean, they complained about their jaw. Like, one woman made herself look like a fat face, and she didn't even look like that.
Wild.
The girl who described her exactly, just like beautiful and kind of flawless and everything. And some of the women, when they looked at this, they were really emotional because they thought, wow, like they even saw how harsh they were. So I recommend y'all watch it just to see. I guess for me it was like, man, how bad we think we look or we feel about ourselves. And that's kind of like what we try to talk about a lot. Like, who cares? Take that mask off and be your own person, you know?
Right.
And people are always going to judge you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course. I mean, hey, you just gotta love you no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. So it was really, really good.
You know what? That makes me want to. So did you see the post? I'm sorry. I'm also on the computer because there's some things I want to share too. But
she's on Facebook. I'm trying not to look. Just kidding. There was even another one too. There was even another one from like a little girl, and I showed my daughter last night. It's like a little girl that's another commercial, and they have her. She looks so cute. It's a close-up shot, and then they start showing the whole rest of the video is about women getting Botox, getting injections, getting plastic surgery. All of the billboards are up of girls, their rap videos, all of it, just like a glimpses of it briefly. And it says, this is what your daughter has to look at every day, and this is why she grows up wanting to change so much, because all she sees is her imperfections, you know. And it says, so talk to your daughter or your children before the world talks to them.
That's good.
I know, it was real good.
So I shared. Did you see this one that I shared?
Yes.
Sarah Jakes. Okay. Don't look at it anymore.
Okay.
But Sarah Jakes is if you haven't heard of her, T.D. Jakes, he's a well-known pastor of the Potter's House in Dallas. Well, his daughter, Sarah Jakes, is, we need to hashtag that.
We should.
His daughter.
Side note.
I follow her, and one of her posts was a picture of herself, but it said, okay, I'm going to read it to you. She said, I done messed around and covered up my good side, because she has like her hair on one side. And she said, Friday night I'm laying in bed looking at pictures, and it dawns on me why my face looks funny. I switched my part and covered up my good side. I'm going through my camera roll of selfies that weren't quite Instagram worthy, trying to figure out what's wrong with my bad side. Then it dawned on me that I was looking for something to dislike about myself. That's crazy. Like, we do that, right? Anyway, I was looking for something ugly so I could hide it. We spend a lifetime picking out all the things that make us different, only so we can hide them and appear normal. These are the only set of eyes I'm going to get. From certain angles, one eye is bigger than the other. Of course, that's pretty much everybody. This is the only forehead I'll have, and sometimes it's she said, and sometimes it's auditioning to be in the cone heads. LOL. I've decided to fall in love with every part of me, the good side and the bad side, my past and my present. And I'm hoping that you'll do this, and that you'll do the same for you. Social media is full of beautiful women with incredible figures and plenty of reasons for us to find something wrong with ourselves. But there's nothing more beautiful than a woman who knows her worth and loves herself and others accordingly. So be so beautiful from the inside out today. I was like, when I shared it, I put, loved this, and I definitely love me. So it's very eye-opening, right? And it just like you said too with that, but right, that's kind of messed up how we do, think of ourselves. And just imagine, like, we're so harsh on ourselves. Like, we are also like, imagine how much harsher we are on other people. Like, as far as like for us, I could say, as we're Christians, so I'm thinking from like that level also, like Christians being like harsh on other people that are not like them. Right. That's wrong too. Like, that's, I don't know. I know we have to kind of go in a little bit, but let me read this real quick. It's from this pastor that his name is Jared Wilson, and then we'll recap next week on this, because this is good.
Right.
Anyway, Jared
Which will be on live on podcast next week on Wednesday. Yes.
So we're doing a podcast.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is his blog. His name is Jared Wilson. He's a pastor. He says, "Why hate the sin, not the sinner, isn't working." And it says here, "This post isn't a plea for clicks, likes, or views, but instead a valiant cry for help in a world that paints Christians as the God hates," a word that I can't say, F something GS, militia. Anyway, that's not Jesus, that's not me, that's not most of us. It's sad to sit back and watch the media cover nothing but the faults and failures of proclaimed Christ followers instead of getting down to the truth of what 98% of us do differently than the 2% who make us look bad. If what the media portrays is the world's view of a Christian, please don't call me one. I'd rather call myself a Christ follower than been thrown into the twisted and construed view of what we've made Christians out to be. I understand that Christian means Christ follower, but you get where I'm going with this. The word Christian has become shallow, repetitious, and too common over the years, not for the sake of kingdom multiplication like we'd hoped for, but instead that of comfort and ease. People say, "I'm a Christian," as easy as they would, "I love hamburgers." This isn't a debate of theology, doctrine, or philosophy, but instead of love. The reality is that Jesus called us to love one another as he has loved us. This means we are to relentlessly, passionately, and fervently love one another no matter what the circumstance. Did you read what I just said? No matter the circumstance, in caps. Let that sink in. Regardless of what the Bible says about cursing, drinking, homosexuality, cheating, lying, or stealing, we are still called to love one another. It's that simple. No questions asked, regardless of how you interpret.
Right.
The ideology of hate the sin, not the sinner, has not converted well in today's culture. If you take a moment to look around, you'll notice that we are very good at showing hate to people whom God has called us to love. Shame on you, shame on me, shame on us. Does this frustrate anyone the way it frustrates me? And before you say anything about seeking to keep your brother or sister accountable, please remember that you and I both sin as much as the next person. The goal isn't that we are to look away when someone is struggling, but instead engage and embrace people in a way that reflects the loving comfort of Christ, a way that shows the love of Jesus, a way that strays from anything to do with hate, period. Hate the sin, not the sinner, isn't working. Frankly, I don't believe it ever has. When hating the sins of others, people just simply don't know how to separate the sinner from the sin. I encourage you to instead love the sinner, not the sin. Remove the word hate from your vocabulary and start reflecting an image of Jesus that portrays him differently than a man standing on a soapbox wielding a megaphone. I can't ever recall a person who came to faith because of hate. Learn to love like Jesus, serve like Jesus, and forgive like Jesus. Let's start a movement of people who are willing to take hate out of the equation and love people regardless of their sins. Even ourselves, like we were talking about.
Right.
Let's love ourselves. Let's be lovers, not haters, not ugly people, regardless
or
of
just
love
like bringing each other down and stuff. Because as we know, like I just said in that commercial, that you're your own worst critic. So you don't need the extra. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I guess for me, what that was like, that also to counteract with that on a positive note, the people who were describing them, they didn't even see the flaw. I mean, this one girl said she hated her chin. She always said she had a big chin or whatever. And the girl, when she was describing her, she's like, oh, one thing she has, she's got a perfect line, like a jawline. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or something like that. So to me, I thought, man, I'm like, the biggest thing that you may not like about yourself, somebody else may be thinking like, that's nice.
Exactly.
You know? So we'll leave you with fasting, hashtag, no, I'm just kidding. Fasting, juicing, loving.
Love yourself, love others.
Yes, exactly. And so until next time, we will see you guys Wednesday. Call us in, too. Call us and just, if you have questions or just whatever. So, okay.
And we love y'all.
We do.
And ourselves, too. Just saying.
So, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.